Welcome to a podcast with.
Just a podcast? You don't have a title for this yet?
No, I do have a title. Fucking title card right now.
Beautiful.
All right, so today we have three topics we're gonna go down, and again, welcome to the podcast. Pretty cool. It's gonna be a Minecraft podcast with the one and only, my only friend.
Your only friend. That's depressing.
TheBreadMan27. I would link his channel in the description. I just don't know how to. So.
I'll send you the link so you can copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. Alright, so here's a rundown of the podcast. You know, we have a short intro, then usually we have three topics. Sometimes it might be two, sometimes it might be four. Usually three topics, 15 minutes each. And today, okay, they're gonna go up on the left side of the screen right now. Ooh.
And the first topic will be Overwatch League power rankings. So Batman, you would like to go first?
What do you want? You want APAC? You want America? You want both?
Let's go with APAC first.
APAC was super easy. Shanghai, Fusion, Charge, Dynasty, NYXL, Spark, Hunters, and Valiant. In that order.
Okay.
What did you do for APAC?
First, Shanghai Dragons.
Yeah, obviously.
Second, Hunters.
Which I think is ludicrous.
No, I don't think so at all.
What do you think?
When you look at their on paper,
think makes him so much better?
I wish I don't. We're not recording on PC, but I'm pulling up their lineup right now.
What do you think they
future
have that
me
makes
put
them
their
so much better?
future me put their lineup on screen right now.
What do you think they have that makes them so much better?
Yeah, let me actually pull. I have to pull up the team myself. On paper, their team is kind of good compared.
On paper, compared to what? Last year? They have
two ways. Okay.
Even
First,
old
let's
Elsa,
start with
Late Young, Among, Jinmu.
Listen,
Lee,
stop. Shush. First off, Elsa has always been an amazing off tank. They've just been held back by Among. Because Among only plays ball.
Yeah, but what about Late Young?
Late Young, it's
Late
a
Young's
two-way.
played for him, moving for him.
They're a two-way.
Yeah, still.
Which means they probably won't get... Their two-way, I think, can only play 4 times a season.
Right.
And if they do need late Young...
They also added...
They'll play Zarya.
Who's
Here.
that other tank? They added this...
Gaga, dude. Gaga?
I heard Gaga's
top
good.
3 main tanks in Chinese contenders.
Yeah, but like...
And then 1987,
that's
dude,
not
Gaga in 1987 dominated on Team CC.
I believe it.
I don't know
Okay, yeah,
much
but
about
I-
Kaneki, but I heard Jimmy and Jinmu has always been good. Leave Jinmu and Jimmy have just are kind of.
They got some players, but like... They always had some decent players. They were never like the worst players, but they were never a good team.
Because they never had an actual main tank. When you
That's
think
part
about
of
it,
it.
they've never had a main tank. Nor a shot caller on the team.
I could concede to putting them 6 above Spark, maybe, but that is a big if. APAC is so. Okay, what do you continue? Okay,
All right.
Shanghai Hunters. What do you got next?
Shanghai Hunters, number 3, Philly. I forgot to start the
Okay.
timer.
We're going for a minute.
All right.
2.
Next, 3, Philly.
Okay, that
By the way,
makes
they have
sense.
Rascal. So
I know. I saw that.
4, Charge.
Yeah.
They have been pretty good. I'm pretty sure the recent scrim against MRXO, I think they beat them. I'm not sure. I didn't watch all of it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Number 5, Seoul.
Yeah, okay. So far you have the same order. You just have Hunters in a bad
Number
spot.
6. No, it's not a bad spot.
It's a
Number
terrible
6.
spot.
NYXL.
Yeah, and then Spark and Valiant.
Yeah, then Spark and Valiant.
Yeah,
I
okay,
actually
so you
think
have the
the
same order as I
NYXL
do.
could be
You
a
just
lot
have Hunters
better.
in the wrong spot. I think NYXL have the chance to be a lot, actually really good. I think they have a
do too.
long shot at being very good. I think they have a long shot at being very good because their DPS line is stacked. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Yakung and Bianca are not that bad, but I just think
they're not amazing, but they're like they're
Shanghai. Here, in my opinion, Elsa and Gaga on Chengdu can totally outplay Bianca and Yakung.
Yeah, but I don't have any
and Boyd
faith.
Can totally outplay Yakung.
Yeah, okay, but I don't have any faith in Chengdu's backline.
What, their support line?
Yeah, I have no faith in that.
I have faith in 1987. I don't know much about Nisha.
I have no faith in their backline. Or very little faith in their DPS as it is too.
What do you mean Jinmu leave, dude?
Jinmu and Leave are like so specific on what they're good at. And so
that's why you have
rarely
Jimmy.
pop off.
That's why you have Jimmy.
Okay, I know
so
nothing about
Jinmu
Jimmy.
is
I have
a
no
very
stock in their DPS.
Leave is like their
I've seen them play
sniper player. Jinmu can play.
I wouldn't.
If they put Jinmu in, they'll probably play like Genji.
NYXL's DPS have a chance to being one of, if not top 3 DPS lines in the whole league. They have a chance for that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried with NYXL is Friday because we have no clue on how good he is.
I actually
he could be cracked.
Yes. So far, the scrims haven't shown very much promising results, but it's still a month before the league starts. To be honest, when it comes to tank line, NYXL in APAC is like obviously they're better than Valiant.
They're better than
Valiant. But otherwise,
I
feel like any tank duo in APAC could outplay Yakpun and Bianca.
Probably.
Like
they probably
Benar and Googshui.
Googshui is so good.
Benar and Googshui, that tank combo, I think is top 3. But I feel like
Googshui is so good.
I feel like this part could be so Benar. Good. It's just
the competition is so. That's the thing with APAC. That's the thing with APAC is like in APAC, it's so competitive that you can have a
the top 7.
Good,
it's so competitive. Then you have the Valiant, which no one talks about.
Yeah, you could have a good team. Like you could have a top mid-range team across everybody, but like have a terrible record because you're playing the top 5 best teams. You just could be playing some. You could literally the rankings at the end of the year could literally be Shock or one NA team in the top 5, and the last 4 are all APAC teams.
I would.
Like that's how good it is.
Surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I could see it being Shock or Justice in the top, and then the last 3 or 4 are Shanghai Fusion, Charge, Dynasty. Like I could see that. I totally can see that.
Every year it just gets the competition gets so much better.
It does. Okay, what's your NA?
NA. All right. Sure. Do you want me to go from top from bottom or bottom to top?
Top from bottom.
Okay. Number 1, Shock.
Yep.
Obviously. Number 2, Glads.
I can see that.
Number
I'm not
3,
mad about that.
Justice.
Okay, I'm not mad about
Number
that.
Number 4, Dallas.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a bold one. Number 5, Toronto.
I'm not upset about that. I almost have them over a few others.
And then number 6, I have Florida.
Okay.
Number 7 is Atlanta, only because of their DPS line.
Right. And
but honestly, you could say the same thing with Houston. You could say the same thing with Houston, but then number 8, I have Boston. Number 9, Houston. Number 10, London. Number 11, Vancouver.
You have London at 10?
Yes, I do. But for the overall rankings, yeah.
Honestly, because London has their whole squad has played together for as long as they already have, I think London's gonna pop in the first stage, and then I think they're gonna kind of level out.
Let me take a quick look at something. And number 12, Paris. So you go over yours while I look at something because we have like
12 Paris. Did I forget Paris? Oh, I did forget Paris.
That's a rip. There's still Paris in this one.
No, I didn't. It's on the next page. It's their last. I just didn't see him. Whoops. It's because of I tried to do page breaks, but.
Alright, Han.
Okay.
Alright.
What do you...
Matches.
They play...
Let me go to week 1.
They play 2 teams that are going to easily destroy.
Let's see London. London's first game is... not in week 1. That's sad. Against Glads, they're going to get destroyed.
Yeah, they're going to lose
second
to the
game.
Glads.
Where's London? London's... okay, Houston.
They'll win Houston. They'll beat
Boston, that might be close.
They'll beat Boston too.
No, they won't.
I think they will. I think first week they will, but I think later down, I think they won't. Honestly, I think Spitfire has a huge up on a bunch of teams because they've already got so much synergy.
They have synergy.
Which I think will only help them stage 1, where they better go 3-1 against Glads to be the only game they should lose. But I think if they don't go 3-1, they're missing out. Huge.
Let's go to yours.
Okay, so mine's actually fairly similar, but a couple things have changed. San Francisco's 1, Justice 2, Gladiators 3, Dallas are 4, Mayhem, and then Toronto. But I could see Toronto easily being above Mayhem. Atlanta, Spitfire, Boston, Houston, Vancouver, Paris. That's my order. And I think Houston are just going to flop like they do every year. I could see Houston being worse than Vancouver.
Here's the thing about Houston. They still only have 1 support.
Yeah. But I could see them being worse than Vancouver.
Do you actually think they're going to sign another support, or do you think they're going to throw one of their DPS on support? They have 5 DPS. I see a hydration support. I see a hydration support in Houston.
That's the thing. I have no faith in their coaches. I just don't. I have no faith in their coaches. They could easily just whiff it and just put hydration on support. Or Jake on support. He's been practicing that on stream.
Yeah, oh god, no. Stop it.
He says the only reason he does is because...
That's a lie. I see a Jake Zen.
A Jake Zen. He plays BAP pretty well too, actually.
A Jake BAP Zen. Crimson is pretty good.
Alright, I want to hear your overalls. I want to know where you slotted all these players in.
Number 20, Vancouver.
Okay. I have Valiant.
Number 19, Valiant.
Okay, that's fair.
Number 18, Paris.
Yeah.
Number
17,
Why do I have
Vancouver over
London.
Paris on my American one, but not the other way around?
Number 17, London. Number 16, Houston. Number 15, Boston. Number 14, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Number 13, Spark.
Okay.
Number 12, Charge.
Really?
Yes. This is how many wins and losses they're going to get on the leaderboard.
Yeah, but like, actually, like, skill. You really think Charge are going to be that low?
Kind of, yeah. To be honest, I think their team is worse than last year.
Yeah, I mean, but they're still good.
Yeah, they are good. They're good. They're definitely going to make play-ins.
Continue. You were at
11. 12? Yeah, 12 was Charge. 11 in YXL.
Okay.
10 will be Seoul. 9 will be Hunters.
You have so many NA teams above them.
8 will be Philly. 7 will be Toronto.
You think Philly's going to be 8? And you think Toronto's going to be better than them?
Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness. Dude, that's a
Toronto is Philly 2.0. Let's be real.
Yeah, but like 2.0 minus good parts. It's like if you took Philly and split them into 2 decent teams rather than having 1 good team.
They still have KDG.
That's what
6 will be
good,
Florida.
But like 6 will be Florida. Okay.
And 5 Dallas, 4 Justice, 3 Glads, 2 Shock, 1 Shanghai.
You think Shanghai's better than Shock?
Yes, they were last year. They were last year.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were. They came first in overall standings. This is the overall standings.
Yeah,
I think
still don't
Shanghai
think
will
they're
have
a
more
better team.
wins.
I don't think Shanghai will have more wins. I think
do.
Shanghai will be the better team in APAC, but I think they're going to lose more than they did last year.
All right,
I
let me
think
hear your overall.
I think they'll lose to Fusion, Charge, and Dynasty all at least once. At least.
Possibly.
All right, bottom up then. Valiant, Paris, Vancouver, Houston, Hunters, Boston, Spitfire, Atlanta, Toronto, Spark, NYXL, Mayhem, Dynasty, Charge, Dallas, Fusion, Gladiators, Shanghai, Justice, Shock. I can still hear you. Oh my, dude, it was hard. I'm gonna be honest. I could see so many of these changings with
power
like 2
rankings
games.
are so hard. All right, we
With
have
like
30
2
seconds
games,
left.
I can see it all change. I don't know. Dude, I think you're insane to think that many APAC teams are gonna be that low.
It's gonna be a tight competition.
I think APAC is gonna be just a round robin with Shanghai coming out on top every time.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think everybody's gonna win and lose to everybody, but Shanghai is gonna come out on top.
Wait, no, Valiant's just gonna be just.
Well, okay, Valiant's the easy win for everyone, right? Valiant's the easy win. Shanghai's the
Watch
hard
Valiant just
win. Dominate. They're not
just
gonna
dominate.
They have Crystal. They have Crystal.
Crystal's probably their best player on their team, to be honest.
And he's terrible.
No, he's actually not. He just has a very bad reputation.
Oh my goodness.
His DPS is not that bad. He's just.
All I'm saying is like
respected.
Fusion, Charge, Dynasty, NYXL, Spark, and even the Hunters in the right meta will all win and lose. They'll take wins and losses off of each other.
Yeah.
And then Shanghai will occasionally lose, but it'll be rare. And Valiant will lose every game. I don't think Valiant are going to win.
Alright.
Dia got offered to go to the Valiant.
Yeah, I know, but he turned it down.
He turned it down because he didn't want a repeat of the 0-42 Shanghai Dragons. Because he was a part of that.
Yep.
Okay, I think you're crazy.
I am crazy. But here, who do you think's going to win the Grand Finals?
The Grand Finals? Oh, it's so easy to just predict Shock again. I'm going to say... Yeah, I think it's so easy to predict Shock.
Yeah.
I think it's super easy that they'll pull it out. There's just something about them that, like, they're dominant throughout the whole season, and then when playoffs show up, they just, like, they refuse to lose.
I think that's going to change this year.
I can see it changing. I want to say Justice. I think Justice have a really good chance of winning. I think it'll be close.
I think it's going to be Dallas.
You think Dallas is going to win it all? I can see it. That's the thing. That team's good too. Oh, the teams are so good. I could see them winning as two. Oh, jeez.
I definitely think the finals will be like a Dallas versus... Okay, if you had the final 8, like you had the final 8
top
bracket.
8 teams on my thing, I could all see of them winning.
Here's the thing. I think so after the plans and everything, you had the top 8. I could see Shock, Shanghai, Glads, Justice, Dallas, Toronto, and probably maybe you could Dragon.
Who
Shock,
did you have for top
Glads,
8?
Dragon, Shock,
Dragons,
Glads,
Shock,
Justice.
Glads,
this is not
Justice.
just not my overall opponents. Who I know will make top 8 in the Grand Finals. Dragons, Shock, Glads, Justice, Dallas, Toronto, and I think you could probably squeeze. I don't know why. I think Philly's gonna make it too.
See, I would.
But Philly would be that team. We're probably
top 8. I would just totally pick my top 8, except. So I have Shock, Justice, Shanghai, Gladiators, Fusion, Dallas, and then Charge and Dynasty are in my top 8. But I could see either one of those teams being switched out for Mayhem, NYXL, Spark, or Toronto. I could see any one of those teams switching out spots with Charge and Dynasty.
I have Florida at 6, but I do not think they're going to make Grand Finals.
Yeah.
There's going to be that dark horse team, and I think
honestly, I think it's going to be.
I think that
Spark or
I think that dark horse team is going to be the Hunters.
You think
I have so much faith in the Hunters, dude.
So much faith in the Hunters.
This is probably their best squad yet. The only reason I have so much faith in the Hunters is because
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't physically
do it.
Dude,
Dragon Shot, Glads, Justice, Dallas, Toronto, Philly, Hunters. But the top 4 would definitely be the Dragon Shot, Glads, Justice.
Oh, I think so. I think
actually no,
team that I'm
not
worried
Glads,
about.
Dallas.
Gladiators are the only team I'm genuinely worried about in the top.
All right, we are way past our time.
But Dallas, oh dude, there's so many good teams.
All right, second segment now. We're done with power rankings.
Okay, what's our second segment again?
It's gonna be a mini segment. I'm gonna put like maybe 5.
No, I just don't remember what it is.
I know, I'm putting some minutes on the clock. It's more about esports. It's Sinatra's sexual harassment claims.
Oh, right. Can we even really call them claims at this point?
I don't know. Here's the thing. Here's my take on Sinatra. He is a toxic piece of shit.
You think so?
Yes, it's shown many times on stream. He is a toxic piece of shit. But I
never watched the stream.
I don't want him at this here. I don't give a shit enough for me to be like, yes, I hope he goes to jail for this. But at the same time, I'm kind of in a gray area here. Obviously, the evidence is there, and it's pretty damning evidence. But at the same time, I feel like we should wait for his side of the story.
I kind of agree, but like, even if nothing else she said was true in her, whatever the post she did or whatever it was,
yeah.
Even if nothing she said was true, alone the recording and the text messages is enough for me to dislike Sinatra.
I'd never really liked Sinatra in the first place.
I never liked him enough. His personality. I never super cared about his personality, but I really liked him playing video games. I thought because he was super fun to watch, and he was super good. Even playing
my pen just exploded. That's fun.
I keep forgetting. I have it downloaded. I can't even find it.
The Candy Crush.
Valorant. No, Valorant. Candy Crush. No, even in playing Valorant, he's super fun to watch because he's so good. But even if, and I would be very surprised if everything she said was false, to be honest. But even if everything else, I don't think it is.
He definitely did something to her. Maybe some of that stuff is taken out of context, but he did do something. He did do something.
Regardless, he did so exactly.
He did do something for her to come out like this.
And even if it was just the text messages and the recording, that's enough for me to dislike him. And
I've always disliked Sinatra. It's just I've never been to the point where I hope he goes to jail.
I mean, I never hope anyone goes to jail, but it's just so depressing when something like this happens. Well, not happens, but gets shown in the light. Not that I'm saying that I don't.
There's been a lot of pedophiles and sexual abuse in the Overwatch League,
really
and this year in general.
This year in general, exactly. It's depressing.
Some big YouTubers end up being pedophiles. A whole bunch of pro players
people
end up being pedophiles and sexual abusers. What the heck's going on here?
Just be better people. I realize that's hard. I guess that's hard.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just so depressing.
I just can't end up wrapping my head around it.
Yeah, it's hard.
I want someone to drink.
Give me something to drink.
We're out. Oh well. I suppose it's off. Alright.
Out of the good stuff.
Yep. Era. Alright.
Okay.
So, just wanted to touch on that.
It's so sad. Because he's so good.
He is, but in the end...
He's genuinely one of the best esports players to ever exist.
Here's the thing. Do you think he will be, if everything is true, do you think he will be sentenced? Do you think he'll go to court and he'll be found guilty and he'll be put in jail?
Oh, I have no clue about any of that. I think it's enough to where he won't be allowed to play for any teams or any
yes,
leagues
that's the
for
thing.
a while.
He did do something to this girl. I don't know what it was, but it was enough for her to pull this information out of somewhere.
And with the evidence that's in her post, I think it's honestly enough that it's
his career is
gone.
He won't.
Yeah,
his career is over.
He's done. He's never gonna play esports again. And if he does end up getting
his
minimum
every
not
career.
jail, everything he does, he's gonna have that mark.
Yes, it will. Like streaming is so gone.
Sad. Yeah, people hate him.
And on top, okay, like DeFran. Did you see DeFran?
No,
he didn't really try to defend him, but he got so much hate. He tried to ask everyone to calm down and look at both sides of the stories instead of jumping to conclusions. Because of some evidence that could be taken out of context, which I agreed with him.
A lot of people are just like straight hating Sinatra, which I don't know if I hate him, and I definitely don't hate him. I don't even know him.
I don't hate him. I just don't like him.
It's just the evidence is enough to where I'm like, regardless of his side of the story, just the things that are proof of that he did something wrong, regardless of everything else you said, is enough for people to dislike him. And should be.
Yeah.
Regardless, because even if his side of the story comes out and he has proof as well that a lot of the things she claimed isn't true, her proof on the text message is still enough to where it's like, yeah, okay, who cares?
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
I want to touch on this a tiny bit. If Sinatra can actually defend himself and he's proven innocent and everything that she said is fake, I want her to rot in jail. Because I don't like when people try to ruin other people's lives because you dislike them.
Oh yeah, that's awful. I think that's worse.
Like,
well,
his career is over.
Terrible.
If he is innocent, she just ruined his entire fucking career.
Yeah, it's just as bad as actually doing any of that.
So
I would be very surprised
but
if...
I don't. I think there's some...
He had to have done something.
There has to be some truth in that evidence, and I think his career is going to be over.
Yeah.
Even if he does
I think it is.
Try to make a defense, and it's over.
Whatever,
he did something.
Happen.
He obviously did something.
Yeah, it's obvious he did something. I think it's a lot to say that everything in there is true, but I think there's enough in there to say that he definitely did something, and on top of the things that he had done in the text message and in the recording, which is both terrible things.
Alright.
So, all together.
Enough with that. Don't want to get into too much controversy. Yeah, this is like 2 weeks old, so...
You're freaking Chengdu on top of... Oh, that is terrible.
Alright, so here's my favorite part. Actually, no, my Overwatch is probably my favorite part. Let's move on to something that's not esports related that I'm sure everyone can relate. Worst fears.
Worst fears?
Fears, what would it be like? What you just a fear that you have.
Wasps.
Wasps?
I'm not even joking, dude. I hate wasps. Wasps are my least favorite.
Or just a fear, or just something you hate?
Oh, both. I'm terrified of them, and I hate them. Bees, on the other hand, I love bees. A good bumblebee, fluffy, cute, love them, right? Even
they stab you, they die. I mean,
great. You know, I don't even care.
Situation.
Bumblebees are great. Even if they sting me, you know what? Go for it. You're cute. Go for it, right?
It's a wasp?
It's the wasps. I want them to all burn. I want them to all burn.
Jesus.
I'd make a deal with the devil to make them burn. I wouldn't, but like, I'd consider it.
So that's like the worst fear you have. Like if someone to trap you in like your nightmares and your worst fears came after you, it would be a wasp.
Probably. Dude, I hate them. I've been stung more times than I can count. I got stung once when I was a kid, riding my bike. One was in my helmet. Stung me once. And then I got stung another time. A kid kicked a soccer ball and hit a giant wasp nest in a tree. I got stung again. And then I got stung randomly once, just on a football field one time, playing football. And then I had to go get something out of one of my parents' sheds, and I got stung like over 20 times that time. So yeah, I have a pretty terrible track record with wasps, and I want them to all burn.
Interesting.
That is the one fear that I know I have.
Okay.
Outside of that, kind of fuzzy.
One of my biggest fears is dying without making an impact on the world I live in.
On the world. Okay, so what
Yeah,
is
positive
considered okay.
Like if I could donate a lot of money,
impact?
if I could donate a lot of money to charity, and it will make a difference and save like the donate charity to Parkinson's disease, because that needs to be cured, or the St. Jude Hospital, then I know that money went to save a kid. I would be satisfied. But
Fair
if
enough.
I die without that happening, I will probably
Be
burn in
sad.
hell. I'll be sad burning in hell.
Be sad and burning out because you didn't give to charity.
Just anything positive, dude. Like, go outside, plant a whole bunch of trees. Just end world hunger. I don't know.
Just end world hunger.
That's probably one of my biggest fears. That's just a fear that I have in general. I just don't want that to happen. And then, do you fear death?
Do I fear death? No.
I don't either. The way I die kind of gets me sometimes, but
Okay, worst way to die.
worst way to die.
Burning,
alive.
drowning,
Burning alive.
asphyxiation.
Definitely
burning
burning
alive.
alive. Yeah.
I don't know. There's some pretty bad ones.
I think burning alive is top.
Because in my mind, it's like the top 5 could be burning alive, drowning, asphyxiation / getting buried alive. Anything that you can like feel yourself dying.
Anything alive
that takes time. Anything that takes time.
Well, a lot of stuff that takes time, I think. Like disease, I feel like wouldn't be that bad. Like if
cancer?
I died, cancer's pretty bad. Like if I would
Or
contract
like
tuberculosis, I would be content with
I've
it.
heard that's painful.
I know it's painful, but I would still live out my life.
See, I don't know
doing
that it's painful, but it sounds painful.
It's basically your lungs just dying.
Your lungs are dying.
Yeah, basically. So how's your day?
What other fears do you have? Your biggest one is not making an impact on the world. That's a pretty real fear. Do you have any like
my dog dying?
phobias?
My dog dying is a huge fear of mine. It's gonna happen eventually, so I'm gonna have to face it. The death of loved ones. Ocean. Fuck the ocean, dude. Fuck the ocean. Any water that I do not know what's in, fuck it. Alright? It can just no. And tight cave exploring can also go fuck itself.
Those are some strong words, sir.
Oh, this is a strong ass channel.
Wow. That's a copy pasta. Wow.
That's going on a t-shirt.
That's going on. This is a strong channel. Strong words from a strong channel. Wow, dude.
Do you have any phobias?
Again, wasps. Hate them. That's probably still my biggest one out of all of them. Drowning in general doesn't sound like a lot of fun. I've watched a lot of shows on like people getting eaten alive by a bear, and that honestly would terrify me.
All right, I figured it out.
Pretty awful.
If you told me this, right? Yeah, you told me this. You run up a tree. Okay, if you don't know what type of bear it is, you go up a tree.
You gotta start off by if you don't know if it's a black bear or a brown bear, the first thing you do is you poke them with a stick. That's the first thing you do, which implies that you're close enough to poke a bear with a stick.
Which is a feat on itself.
That's true. At this point, you're already superhuman. Then you run up a tree. If the bear climbs the tree and kills you, it's a black bear. If the bear knocks the tree down and kills you, it's a brown bear.
I mean, what if it's
either way? You don't.
What if it's a pretty thick tree? Well, then you starve to death. Then you know it's still a grizzly bear.
There you go.
So yeah. I'm trying to think of. Okay, here's a thing I like to do. Just imagine you waking up in the middle of the night and you open your door to go to the bathroom. What's the last thing you want to see going to the bathroom, like in the dark?
In the dark, the last thing I want to see,
Yeah.
dead bodies on the way would be a pretty big one.
Yeah.
That would be the last thing I would want to see, dead bodies. I don't even care who it is at that point. I just don't want to see a dead body.
One, it would be concerning for my own safety. There's just dead bodies in my house, but otherwise...
If I don't know who it is, that's concerning. If I do know who it is, that's also very concerning. Like, why on earth would I want that?
My dead body's in your house. You're like, how?
Yeah, that'd be very confusing.
First off, how? Second off, who's in my house? Third off, oh shit, Tyler's dead.
Also, the light's bright because I'm going to the bathroom. That's annoying. I don't want to see that.
Here's a thing that will probably creep me out for the rest of my life. It's implanted in my mind. It's my sleep paralysis demon. Me waking up, going to the bathroom, opening the door, because I have a long hallway.
Yeah.
So my bathroom's at one end of the hallway and my room's at the other. So it's quite a walk. But past my room is the living room, and that's where my dad and everything is. The last time I see walking back to my room, staring into the living room, is my dog on its hind legs, walking around like normal. Just walking around. Then it would turn and look at me, and that's an instant wake up. That's an instant wake up. And if it has blood on it,
in your sleep. An instant just die.
The dog wouldn't hurt me or anything. It's just chilling on its hind legs. That's not human. I mean, that's not natural.
Awful. That would be awful.
I could create that into a creepypasta story.
Copy pasta. That'd genuinely be awful. Just see your dog just walking around on his hind legs just because it can.
Like a human, that would just.
Nah, no thanks. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll pass. I would just slowly back my way back into the bathroom.
I would rather not.
Got anything else to add?
Can't say I do.
No.
No.
Well, it's been a very eventful podcast. Hopefully, it is a pretty successful one, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
Here, take a walk.
Yeah.
With me. Take a walk with me.
Take a walk?
Oh, let's go.
I'm probably not going to even add the Minecraft aspect to this.
Just chill. You could do the next podcast out here.
Do the next podcast out here? Hold on. I got a better idea, too.
Where did the sound go? Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. Alright.
Just turning dark, not quite night. We could also add some rain.
Why?
You're good. I don't
Alright,
like
well,
the
now
sound.
I'm just getting soaked.
I don't like the sound.
Anyway, that's been the podcast. We will be returning. Hopefully.
Do we have a name?
It's the, just the Minecraft podcast.
The Minecraft podcast.
Yeah.
That's
I was
the
thinking,
name.
here, so no one's going to comment on my video, but if you make a video about it, ask the viewers what the name should be.
I don't think I'll post it on my main channel.
No.
Probably
I was about to say Mr. Orange will come up with a name first.
True. I should ask him anyway.
I was thinking more about the Craft and Chill podcast.
Craft and Chill.
The Craft and Chill
It's not
podcast.
a bad idea. Well,
there you go. There you go.
Recording.
The Craft and Chill podcast. Well, I'm going to do an outro. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Well, in this case, listening. Hopefully, Saturdays, right? Sundays are your day off. Or is it the other way around?
Yeah.
Every Saturday?
Saturdays would be better.
Well, we're recording Saturdays, so basically, at the beginning of every week, there will be a new episode of this podcast.
There you go.
So, well, hopefully, we will see you all there.
Here you are.
Ha ha ha.